Last week, when Anne went off on one of her not infrequent assignments, I lost a best friend. What's so remarkable about this is that dozens of us, and I dare say maybe hundreds of us, have had the exact same reaction. Think about how amazing it is that Anne's friendship has touched so many of us so deeply. Anne had a way about her, an ease, a caring, a familiarity, an openness that welcomed us all into her life as a best friend. In fact, it was her greatest gift that she connected with so many of us in a way that made us believe we had a special relationship with her, and indeed we did. On the night of the 11th, I sat down and I wrote out things that were unique about my 20-year association with Anne. And every day since, I have reread these personal observations, but not from my notes, but from your notes, reflections that have been posted on the in-house website. For me, this was at first disconcerting and then hugely comforting to realize that Anne was best friends with at least half of the geographic. In celebration of Anne's life, I'd like to share some of the words that have been written to describe her. I feel as though I should apologize that my words are not unique, but it is clearly Anne who is unique in that she bonded with so many of us in such a similar way. More than a few of us have commented on her warmth, her ever-present smile, her Gilda Radner laugh and Lauren Bacall voice, thanks Paul Tyler, her boundless energy and enthusiasm, her originality, her great sense of style, her kindness and her generosity, her skill, wit, persistence, edge, and doggedness, her professionalism, her honesty, her kindness and countless small acts of friendship, her vivaciousness and exuberance, and her special concern for colleagues in the field. Annie, we all miss you. I can't pass up the opportunity to remember Anne's abhorrence of budgets, her bawdy sense of humor, and if you doubt this, you should look at some of the trinkets that she's left in my office over the years. Our mutual forays into what might be described as chronic advanced chocoholism, and of course her pride at delivering the Inca Ice Maiden, who was probably her most demanding traveler, to Explorers Hall without melting. In fact, Anne took similar pride in her work with the geography education outreach. And as you've heard many people mention, particularly in the time she spent with the students in the Marco Polo project. And I would like it to be noted that for all this work, she was decorated by the U.S. Navy. And she'd probably like me to say that she was also decorated by a tattoo artist, but that's another story. Anne ably guided the travels of the great and the small. She won the hearts of folks like Peter Benchley and Alex Trebek, and even my 6'5" teenage son, for whom she almost always was able to get a bulkhead seat when he traveled. Anne could do and had done assignments like arranging camel trains that would leave any other travel professional dazed. Her planning for the research committee in Cuba and Central America stands as a monument to her ingenuity, and I know she worked similar miracles over the years for the Grosvenor Council and the 500-plus Geography B families, and countless film production crews, and most of the editorial staff. And as you've heard, she has been pulling that Grosvenor guy out of the fire for 22 years. Anne Judge truly was, as our Geography Alliance coordinators wrote, an unparalleled travel whiz. For the record, it should also be noted that she was, and I really like this one on the website, quote, an infectiously upbeat jewelry maven, unquote. I'm ceding the remainder of my time to Chris Galani. Chris has been Anne's indispensable compatriot in the travel office, and as such, she is one of the very few people at the National Geographic who can talk about what it's like to work for Anne. Chris? You want me to stay here?